welcome back, students. So today, let's start the classes for revision classes for intermediate second year students. So I would like to start the revision class with quadratic equations chapter. I mean quadratic expressions chapter. So before we get into it, let's have a look at the weightage of this chapter. So in this chapter, we'll be getting two questions. That is one question in the short answer section, that is 1 into 2 marks, that is 2 marks, and one question in the second section, so that is 1 into 4 marks, that is 4 marks. So total this chapter has a weightage of 6 marks. So as usual, before we get into the problems, so we'll have a look at a few important formulae which are going to help us to solve the problems in this chapter. So let's start the chapter. So the first formula is, if ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is quadratic equation, and alpha comma beta be the roots, then alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and product of the roots, that is alpha beta, equal to c by a. Now we have x is equal to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. So also we have delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So if delta is less than 0, then roots are imaginary. If delta is equal to 0, then roots are real and unequal. Roots are real and equal. If delta is greater than 0, then roots are real and unequal. So let's get into the second formula. So if f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic expression, and delta is equal to b square minus 4ac, then we have, if delta is less than 0, then f of x and a will have the same sign for all x belongs to R. That means that if f of x is a quadratic expression given that ax square plus bx plus c and b square minus 4ac, if we find the value of this, if we get it less than 0, then f of x, that is this whole expression, and a, the coefficient of x square, will have the same sign no matter whatever the x value may be. So let's look at the second point in the same. So if delta is equal to 0, then f of x is greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. If you get the value of b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then this expression is greater than or equal to 0. So let's move on to the next one. If delta is greater than 0, then let f of x is equal to x minus alpha into x minus beta. This will be helpful in finding the ranges of the quadratic expressions. So here beta is always less than alpha. So x minus alpha into x minus beta is greater than 0. That implies x belongs to minus infinity beta union alpha to beta. So make a note of this bracket. So this means that here these values are excluded. So the terminal values are excluded. So if x minus alpha into x minus beta is greater than or equal to 0, then we'll get the range as x belongs to minus alpha to beta square bracket union alpha to beta. So here it means that here alpha and here beta are included in the range, that is these values are also included. So next one, x minus alpha into x minus beta is less than 0. That implies x belongs to beta comma alpha. So the range will be in between beta and alpha, and make a note that beta and alpha are excluded. X minus alpha into x minus beta is less than or equal to 0. That implies the range will be x belongs to including the values of beta and alpha. So that's why we are writing the brackets in a square manner. So the next formula is, if f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, and if a is greater than 0, that implies f of x has minimum value. That minimum value is equals to 4ac minus b square by 4a. Remember these formulas, these are going to be very very important, and you must by heart all these formulae in order to solve the problems in the coming part of the chapter. At x is equal to minus b by 2a. So if f of x is a quadratic expression, and if the coefficient of x squared, that is a, is greater than 0, then f this whole expression has a minimum value, and we can find that minimum value by substituting the values of the coefficients of x in these, and we can have that minimum value at x is equal to minus b by 2a. And now if a is less than 0, that is the coefficient of x square is turned out to be less than 0, then f of x has maximum value, and that maximum value is the same 4ac minus b square by 4a, but at x is equal to minus b by 2a. So remember, these are the very important formulae and basic introduction in order to solve the problems in quadratic expressions chapter. So it has a weightage of total of 6 marks. So we'll be getting a very short answer question, one very short answer question, that is 2 marks, and one short answer question, that is 4 marks. So all of you by heart these problems, and these are going to be very very useful and very helpful in solving the problems which are going to be coming in later section of this chapter. So now without taking much time, let's solve a few problems in this chapter. So few basic problems, so those are also very very important problems. So the first problem, if alpha beta are roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we need to find alpha square plus beta square and alpha cube plus beta cube. So this is very important questions, and this is a repeated question, and we have got it in previous years IP examinations for 2 marks. So let's look at the solution for this. So if alpha beta are the roots, we know that sum of the roots is alpha plus beta, that is minus b by a. For this, minus b by a, and the product of the roots is alpha beta equal to c by a. C by a. So the first we need to find alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square, we can write this as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Since if we expand this, we'll get alpha square plus beta square plus 2ab, that is a plus b whole square. However, we have minus 2 alpha beta here, so we'll get it as alpha square plus beta square. So we know the value of alpha plus beta, that is minus b by a. Minus b by a whole square minus 2 into c by a. Here we have the value of alpha beta. So that is, if we open this, we'll get it as b square by a square minus 2c by a. So if we take LCM, so we'll get it as b square minus 2ac by a square. So let's have a look at the next one, that is the second problem in this. Second problem. So second problem is alpha cube plus beta cube. Obviously you would have guessed it, it is same as this one, so we'll get it as the only difference is we have a cube, so we'll get it as alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta, we have minus b by a whole cube minus 3 into alpha beta value is c by a into alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So we can write this as minus b cube. Since it is whole cube, we'll get it as minus, so minus b cube by a cube plus minus into minus plus 3bc by a square. If we take LCM, we'll get it as 3. We'll write the positive term first, 3. Here it is a square. Multiplying by a, we'll get it as a cube. So in the numerator also we'll get a. So 3abc minus b cube by a cube. So this is the answer. So we'll move on to the next question. So that is second question. Find equation with roots 7 plus or minus 2 root 5. 7 plus or minus 2 root 5. So this is very important, and it has previously repeated in the external examination. So solution for this, we can write the equation. If the roots are given, so we can write the equation as x square minus alpha plus beta plus alpha beta equal to 0. So that implies x square minus alpha is 7 plus 2 root 5, and plus beta is 7 minus 2 root, and we can write this 7 plus 2 root 5 into 7 minus 2 root 5 equals to 0. So that implies x square plus 2 root 5 minus 2 root 5 cancel, minus 7 plus 7 14x plus a plus b into a minus b, a square 49 minus 2 root 5, so that is 20. So we'll get as 29 equals to 0. So that's all about today's class. So we'll meet on the next class. So if you want more updates like this and more lectures like this, so please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and please if you have any doubts, please let us know in the comment section so that we can approach you and solve your doubts. So you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Telegram.